Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Guitar Union, and I'm going to do a presentation on fourth chords. I've done a few presentations on suspended chords. Fourth chords, or sometimes called quartal chords, are chords that are built in repetitive fourths from a diatonic system. So this is different from the circle of fourths or fifths where we have continuous perfect fourths. When we're in a diatonic system, we're going to have some fourths that are not perfect, in specifically one of them. So generally, when we build chords from the main chords are built in thirds, 1, 3, 5. So C, E, G, and then D, F, A, and then E, G, B, so on and so forth. So quite simply, C, F, B, and then D, G, C. So in order to see this clearly, we have to add some notes over here so it's a continuous thing. So we got C, F, B, D, G, C, E, A, D, fourths. That's like the tuning of the guitar. E, A, D, F, B, and E, G, C, F, and then A. Sorry about all of the jumble here. A, D, G, and then finally B, E, and back to A. E to A is the fourth. So quite simply, we're ripping the chords from the scale in fourths instead of thirds, and those become fourth chords. And essentially, those are suspended chords, or suspended fourth chords. Most of them turn out as suspended chords when we look at it. Like suspended fourth chords are the 1, 4, and the 5, and in various keys. I just recently did a video on suspended chords showing how 5 of the 7 scale degrees produce a suspended fourth chord. So this idea I'm going to relate to the 3 notes per string. So one other thing though, there's one fourth that's larger than the rest of them, and that's between the 4 and the 7, because there's 3 whole steps. That's an augmented fourth. So when we do our fourth chord starting on the 4th, that's going to be different than, and then our fourth chord starting on the 1, because it's going to go 1, 4, and 7, and then this fourth chord will go 4, 7, and 3. 7 to 3 is a perfect fourth. 1 to 4 is a perfect fourth, but the 4 to 7 is not a perfect fourth. So that'll affect how they look. So let's see how they look now on the fretboard. I've already got this drawn up here. These are fourths right here. So we've got 3, 6, 2, and then notice if we start on the 4, we've got our 4, 7, 3, which they are fourths, but the 4 to the 7 is augmented. Then 5, 1, 4, move it over here, and then 6, 2, 5, and then we have 7, 3, 6, and then notice that the 1, 4, 7, and then 251. So we see our 362, our 625, our 251, our 736, and our 514 all look the same. It's that interval of the 4 to the 7 that changes everything. So I'm going to eliminate these since we have our shapes. Group them up here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Making my computer move slow, sorry. Trying to get rid of these. All right, and actually let's add a couple more of these right here so we have a total of 7 of them. So okay, so now I'm going to put one of these per fretboard. 3, 4, 5, 6. One of these days I'll do a video where I'm fully prepared before I press record. Redo my videos where they're actually well done, but appreciate your patience with me here. Okay, so these are, this needs to be, so these are the positions right here. So now I'm going to relate this to the 3 note per string chords. So 3 notes per string are essentially groups of these fourths. Well, it makes sense because the guitar, you know, is tuned in fourths, and then if we do 3 notes per string, naturally we're going to end up on the 4th on the next string because we're going 3 notes per string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we simply place these together here, 3 of them in a row, we have 3 notes per string. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then essentially we would come back to the 5 here. So the one that we added last would be here, except we would have to understand that this and this would get moved for the B string roll because this is a 4th, this is 4th, 4th, so then here this becomes 4th, 4th. So 5, and then 6, and that would be the same thing right here. 2 would get moved down, and then 7. And then these would get moved down. So essentially we have 4th chord, 4th chord, 4th chord, 4th chord, 4th chord, 4th chord, but that produces this 3 note per string deal right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 notes per string is a method of playing chords that's going to pull you slightly out of position because we're committed to doing 3 notes per string and not just staying in the position. So the way traditionally this scale would be, the 7 would be here, the 3 would be here, and then we would eliminate these and we would just stay in position. But so that's the 3 note per string there. So let's look at it when we do the 4th now, or this one. So if we start on the 4, we're simply adding these positions here, 6. Now I can, once I'm here, I know that my 3 and my 6 has to be right here, so this would be the one to take because it's already formatted for the B string. Similarly, the 7, and then I would need the 1, which would be right here. So now let me do this correctly. 4 is in the right spot. The 1 would be here, the 4, and then the 7. So this one is going to look, this looks like an augmented fourth, but it's perfect fourth with the B string and then an augmented fourth. So when you have a fourth chord that starts on the 1, it's going to look like this diagonal right here. And then voila, we have our 4th scale degree 3-note per string pattern all made up for us right here. The 5-1 is nice and clean looking because we have our 5, 6, 7 all in order. And then we would know that our 7 here is augmented, perfect fourth, and then the one that we just did, oops, move that over. One, 4, 7. Let's bring, oops. 2, 5, 1 over here. 2 goes there. Now that's perfect fourth because it's the B string, and that's the 1. So you can see here how these shapes of the 3-note per string pattern all start with the building of these fourth chords right here, and simply combining them will form that. So the other thing to keep in mind is how they look on different strings. These fourth chords are going to look 3 different ways essentially. If I start here, this is an E. If I build it off of this E, it's going to look the same because these are still fourths. If I build it off of this E, it's going to look like that. And then if I build it off of the E that's on the G string, it's going to look like this. So that would be the same for this chord, this chord, this chord, and this chord because they all have the same shape. If I build the F or the 4, it's going to look the same right here, but then I do it right here. Naturally, this one is going to come down, augmented fourth, and then perfect fourth, and then one other spot for it right here. But now our augmented fourth is here, so then the shape will look like this. We have 4, 7, and then 3. And then so one other spot for this would be the 1, which is C. I don't know what I did wrong here. I think I'm trying to drag this. So 1, 4, 7 would look like that right here. If I did the C that's on the D string, which is here, we're going to be in a 1, 4, 7. That looks like that. And then finally, 1, 4, and augmented fourth to the 7th. That looks like that. So fourth chords, once again, are chords that are built using a pattern of 1, 4, 7, building chords and fourths. And again, the purpose of this video was to show how they are kind of the building blocks of the 3-note per string patterns, because 3 notes per string goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. All right, well, I hope that helps shed some light on understanding and quickly realizing where you are in your 3-note per string patterns. More on this to come. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Tell me how to do it better. Let's have some banter and have a good day. It's Sunday, March 5th, 2023. I'm in Michigan. Still snow on the ground. I hope you're in a warmer place, but enjoy your day, and we will see you soon.